a beautiful day today is. We are standing in the middle of Municipality Square here in Rasht. You know, in north of Iran, which is a grassy and green land, consists of two main provinces. One is Gilan Province and one is Mazandaran. The center or the capital of Mazandaran is Ŝahre, which we have already seen, and the capital of Gilan Province is Rasht. And we are standing in the middle of the square, one of the most important square in Rasht. Actually, there are many cities that connect these two provinces together, and all the cities are stretched alongside the Caspian Sea, the Great Caspian Sea, which is the longest and largest lake in the world. We have already seen some pictures, and we are going to see more about it. And today we came to Rasht, this old beautiful city, which is very well noted, especially for those who would like to spend summer vacation or other special occasions. If they do have time, come to Rasht or around Rasht. In Rasht, something is very interesting and notable for those of you who love, especially architecture. You know, the architecture of Rasht is made of somehow old and new. It means both modern and new architecture. And this architecture is completely visible and noticeable when you walk around the city because of the buildings. The structure of the building, especially the beautiful steeped roof and the gable roof, is so wonderful because in this part of Iran we do have lots of rain. Starts from the beginning of spring and goes all the way to the end of the winter. So all year round we do have rain. Even right now I can feel the little drops of rain on my head, but it's still light, and both of them, you know, you can see the sunshine and the rain at the same time. Right behind me you can notice the wonderful building of a municipality building. It is so old and at the same time so stable and beautiful. So if you come to Rasht, don't forget to visit around Rasht, especially this square where I'm standing at the moment. It's called the municipality Square. Right on the corners you can see the bazaar, and you can see people, the life. Everyone is going from here, there, and this is sometime interesting for you to sit at the corner and just watch people live. It's very interesting. So let's be with us and follow us and explore the city of Rasht together. Well, this is one of the very few houses which still remain after probably 400 or 500 years ago. This is an antique house which is actually becoming a kind of museum here. You know, when you travel around Lahijan, especially Astana Shafiye or Rasht, you will find very few of these houses. Probably, there are countless, maybe 4 or 5 of them are still around these areas. Especially if you love to find out how or where they lived probably 500 or 600 years ago, this is a good evidence for you. These houses, the wooden houses from that time. The house is built mostly, or actually I can say totally, out of wood. A special wood which was made in Russia. You know, the basic, the fundamental of that house, you know, the wood is made of cedar, white cedar wood from Russia. And the top of it, the rest of the building, they used some wood from finding this area, you know, from Rasht, Lahijan or Astana Shafiye. The wood is totally gotten from the jungle of this area. Maybe the windows, the doors, and the stairways. It is interesting to note that some of these buildings are made in 3-story or 4-story building, you know, all wood. And all the structures in the buildings are made by the hand of those people at that time. It's interesting to know that the building is a little bit lifted from the ground because of the moisture and, you know, because there was wet condition around this area near the sea. You know, the moisture is really, really high and the humidity is high. So they lifted the building up on the floor, on the ground, and then on the top you can see the beautiful rest of any kind of accommodation that you can find in any cities. So if you love structures, especially old structures, don't forget when you come to Rasht or even around Rasht, like Lahijan and Astana Shafiye, as I said, try to ask people, local people, and find these buildings because they are really eye-catching and breathtaking, especially if you love art and structure.